Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sky. I'm the founder and CEO of Create Your Own Reality Media. So we're just going to talk about the power of gratitude today. I think gratitude is something that is really important, and I don't know, it was something I kind of used to not really, I don't want to say not care about, but it was definitely one of those things that I never really considered could actually make a difference, I guess, in my everyday. There used to be a time, not so long ago, honestly, within like the past year, or a couple years, prior, that there were moments when I was just going through it, right? Like every day just felt like a struggle, like I wasn't doing anything that brought me joy. I wasn't doing anything that made me feel good about myself. I wasn't getting any closer to my goals, right? And those days, especially, made it really hard to just get up and be happy, right? And I know everybody goes through those days, even if it's not in a span of time, it can just be a day here and there. I mean, I feel like it's pretty natural for that to happen. Bad days are normal, right? And we shouldn't just discard them, or we shouldn't try to forget about them. We need to remember those bad days so that way we can figure out what we need to do for ourselves to, help work on ourselves, help work on our mindset. So the next time that happens, we have some tools in our toolkit to try to make that day a little bit better. And for me, one of those things has really been gratitude. And I know it sounds so simple and, you know, kind of crazy. I thought so at first too, but just really thinking about the things that you have to be grateful for, even in those bad moments, can honestly change your mindset so much. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but my apartment situation isn't the absolute best right now. So, there are some days when I just really, really struggle with that. But then, of course, I have to remember all I have to be grateful for, right? I mean, the fact that I have an apartment is, of course, something to be grateful for. The fact that again, just have a roof over my head, like I can feed myself, I have water, like all of those things are things to be grateful for. Like literally the smallest things that half the time you don't even think about throughout your day. Unfortunately, there are people in this world that don't have those things and don't have access to them. So it's really important to remember the things that you do have, because those are the things that you should really be grateful for. And I know at first it might seem weird, it might seem a little crazy or even difficult to think about those things you're grateful for, especially depending on what you're going through. I know there were moments for me when I felt that same way. I really struggled to figure out what it was that I even felt grateful for that day. And I would force myself to, take 5, 10, 15 minutes if I needed, and just try to list at least 3 things. You know, it doesn't have to be 20, it doesn't have to be a whole page worth of things that you're grateful for. Just start with 3. And again, that can literally be as simple as I woke up, I, I have clean water, I have a meal for myself today, I have a roof over my head, because it's really those small things that, again, just remind you how much you have to be grateful for. Because, especially, myself being in Los Angeles, if anybody else is in a big city, I'm sure you can relate to this. You see a lot of the times, those people who unfortunately are homeless, they don't have a roof over their heads, they don't have those things that a lot of people do and should have access to. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's really, really important to, no matter how small those things are, just remind yourself how important they are. Because even in your worst days, even in the most unfortunate day you had, whether it be something bad happened at work, or maybe, you know, I don't know, God forbid something kind of crazy happened. You have to go back to those basics and just remember that you have a lot of things that other people don't. And you have to be grateful for those small things, even in difficult times. Because it will really almost program your mind to look for those things after that. Because I know for myself, like, again, I'm not perfect. I still have moments as well, but whenever I feel myself slipping into those moments, or I feel my mindset starting to shift, I just take a second to pause and take a deep breath and just remind myself, you know, like, I'll try to figure out 3 things right there. Like, what am I grateful for? What in this moment can I think of that, you know, I feel gratitude for? I have, you know, that grace or that privilege almost to have those things that, again, other people may not. So yeah, I know this one was pretty short, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. I made a reel over on Instagram kind of just talking about this a little bit, and I just wanted to share a little bit more. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. It's same line, it's just CYO Reality Media. I will leave it linked down below in the comments and in the description. And also, if you guys haven't already, go check out my Dream Discipline Blueprint. It's a great guide, daily checklist on how to structure your days for more actionable results in terms of following your dreams and your goals as well. So I will leave that down below also. But thank you guys again so much for joining me today. I hope you all have an amazing day, and don't forget to go over 3 things you're grateful for each and every day. But until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.